my favorite guest in the history of this program. Man, have we had some good memories with this man on this show. And I knew that we had to have him back on one of our first shows. And I found the right time, I think, to do so. So here he is, the one and only, the inimitable, the incomparable, the often imitated, the never duplicated Raging Al Iaquinta. Al, how are you?
Oh, yes. Ariel, we are back.
We're back, baby.
Hour. This is incredible. You are on fire, my friend. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you asked me to be on. Now I'm here. Saw you this weekend at the fights.
Crazy.
Man, MMA Hour is back. You're on top of the world. Good for you, man.
Thank you. And we had a lot of great memories in this studio. You know, I'll never forget, you know, the Monday after the Khabib fight, the infamous trip to Vegas. I mean, we've had some good times here, you know, some ups and some downs. You've been a big part of this show. So it wouldn't be the same without you, my man.
It's been fun. I don't know if anyone was as excited as me to watch the MMA Hour twice a week. Now we used to be once a week. I used to sit here, you know, after training, come back, watch the MMA Hour. Even before I was even in the UFC, I was watching and I was like, you know, one day I'm going to be on that show. And here we are years later. It's like, it's surreal.
I love it. Oh, by the way, what's that picture behind you? That painting? Who's that? Is that you?
No, that's Mr. Penn.
That's Mr. Penn. Oh, it clearly is not you. I can tell now, but who is that?
Mr. Penn. I sold Mr. Penn a house without saying a single word to him. He doesn't speak English.
Okay.
His wife barely speaks English. I don't even know. I don't remember how to say his wife's Xioue. Yeah. Xioue. I used to know. I forget. It was years ago. But I sold him a house, and I didn't say. His wife translated the whole time, and she barely knew. But he found out about halfway through the process that I was a UFC fighter, and he got so excited. The first time he saw me, he must have watched all my videos, and he was like shadow boxing. He was like, oh, and he was doing the whole thing. And he was, every time he saw me after that, he got so excited. His eyes lit up. So a good friend of mine, Nick Tobin, not _original4 on Instagram. He's an incredible artist. He does some really good work. And he was kind of like in a rut, I guess. Didn't really know what to. He had no projects that he was working on. And I was like, I sent him the picture of Mr. Pan. And this guy was so happy when he bought his house. I don't know much. I don't really know him. I feel like I know the guy just without talking to him. But the day he bought a condo in Westbury. It's like 5 minutes from the hospital. Him and his wife both work at the hospital. And just the look on his face when he got those keys, he was so happy. I was like, this is the coolest. To me, everyone comes in the house and I show them, you know, I have some artwork and stuff that I bought, like Jaws and Point Break artwork, stuff like that. But I show them this, and I'm so excited, and everyone's like, okay, that's all right, cool. You know what I mean? But to me, this is the coolest thing.
That is a great story.
It's just like, yeah, really cool.
Did you tell him? Did you tell him that you did that you made that?
No.
He doesn't know?
He just did this maybe, I don't know, a couple months ago.
Okay.
I kind of lost touch with them. I should see how they're doing. I only talk to, I mean, it's hard to really talk to them. I call her, and it's like, you know, it's a weird conversation because she understands one out of every, I don't know how many words. But yeah, we would. It was all email, and she would translate, and it was broken English and stuff like that. I don't even remember how I got in touch with them in the first place. It was like when I first started. You know, it was probably like a year before the Diego Sanchez fight.
Oh wow,
kind of thing. Yeah.
By the way, I hear the market is killing it these days. Is that true? On fire, I hear.
Yeah, it's wild right now. It's wild. It's good if you're selling a house. Good time to sell. If you're trying to buy a house, a lot of my friends, they're trying to buy their first houses, and it's not fun. It's not easy. They're they're like, it's a fight to get a house. But yeah,
I hear that
right now.
People keep saying good time to sell, but if you sell, you're gonna have to buy, right? Like you can't just unless you're selling to rent, right? So
I mean, pretty much it's hard. If you have to sell in order to buy, you're getting beat out by people that they don't have to sell anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you can afford 2 mortgages and you have the down payment for the second house, you're in a good position, because then you can sell your house after the fact.
Okay.
But if it's contingent on you selling your house, you're in big trouble. It's hard. It's crazy out there. I have been doing it a short time, but I've never seen anything like this. And 3 years ago, everyone said, "Oh, the market's crazy. It's the bubble's gonna burst," and it just keeps getting crazier and crazier. It's slowed down a little bit. About 3-4 months ago, I had to take Volante looking for houses. Jesus Christ! Could you imagine that? That should have been a reality show. This guy, Volante's, we're all known to go. We're at an open house. We're at an open house to see, and he's moving back to Levittown where he grew up. And we're online to go see. And with COVID, they only let one person in at a time to see the house. So there's a line outside of the house at these open house, and he's online just making fun of everybody on the line.
Oh no!
He's like, "I'm out of here. I go. We got to go. I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore." I go, "Volante, this is a good house." Yeah, I mean, he ended up getting one of them, but yeah, he should be closing like next week.
Oh wow! So he's all grown up. He's got a baby now. He's got a house.
He's I've never seen that guy happier. He's grown up for real. He got out of Long Beach, Long Island's fun party town. So he's selling his house down there. Made a killing on it. The house appreciated tremendously since he bought it like 2 years ago. And now he's taking his talents back to Levittown, and his kids will go to MacArthur where he went, and they'll probably terrorize the place just like he did.
Well, we can talk about this all day long, but I know some people want to hear about you, the fighter, as well. We found out this weekend, nice Tecate cup over there, by the way. It's a
good cup. Yeah. I got this from the fight.
Oh, wow. Oh, I remember when you went. Didn't you like sit all the way at the top? Didn't you get like tickets like last?
I was in the last seat. The concrete was behind me. I just happened to be in Vegas. I think someone was trying out one of my teammates for the Ultimate Fighter, and I was there like an extra day, and I was like, I just gotta go. I was like, I'm here for this. I bought a ticket, and on the way out, there was a bunch of cups. It was like a stack this hard, and I took them.
I love that you still have it. That was like 6 years ago, or something, 5 years ago. Okay, so we found out this weekend, Iaquinta, Bobby Green. I feel like you guys have been circling each other for years. I feel like you guys have been, talking about each other, and now we're getting to actually see you fight. This is exciting, right?
We were supposed to fight years ago, and I don't even know what happened. But then he came up to me. I saw him at one of the fights. We were in the back. I think it was with Aljo's fights, and I saw Bobby Green in the back, and we kind of had little words going back and forth, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be awkward. It's always awkward when it happens,
Right.
We're like stuck in the same room, and I was like, oh shit, this is going to be awkward. But he came up to me and he was like, yo, I'm really sorry. I got hurt, respect. I respect respect. And I was like, all right, cool. I didn't even know what the hell happened. I was like, oh, I guess he got hurt, and that's why the fight never happened. It was, so long ago, I forget these things. But he was cool. But that's the fight that really is intriguing to me. His styles, he's got a one of a kind style, and he's got a one of a kind style. He's been around forever. I remember. I think he fought in that Affliction show. He fought the Lazone.
Yes.
He fought
Dan
Lazone.
Yes,
and that was so long ago. You know what I mean? So I like fights like that where it's like a guy that's been around for a while. He's got like his own style. It's going to be a fun fight. I was kind of disappointed that they announced the fight the way that they did, because I haven't. I mean, they asked my manager about the fight, and I was like, yeah, we'll take the fight, but I've been out for a while, and there's a few things with like my contract that are unclear. So I've been trying to get a hold of Sean Shelby and Hunter for like the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And I haven't really heard back from him. I've been told now today I'm going to get a call from Sean Shelby. But yeah, it's just stuff that I like want to clear out. My last fight was in Australia, and there was a few things like that were in the contract that were up in the air, and we just got to get that sorted out. I was watching the fights on Saturday, and I fell asleep watching them. I've been training freaking hard, Ariel.
Okay.
So I got back after I was training. I got back just in time for the fights. I put them on. I was supposed to go down to a friend of mine's house, and I was watching the prelims, and then I woke up and it was like the Barbosa fight. And I was like, what the fuck? I look at my phone. I had 9,000 messages and Instagram this and Twitter that. I was like, what the hell is going on? What the hell? And then I'm seeing that they announced the fight, and I was like, what the fuck? I haven't signed the contract. I hate when they do that. They've done this to me once before, and it's really not the right thing to do. It kind of bothers me a lot, especially the fact that they know I've been trying to get a hold of them, but I'm sure it's going to get taken care of. And it's just something that like it would be really exciting if it was all like set. You know what I mean? Like if if it was all really like set to go and the contract was signed and everything, and then I announced it. So I think that, I think it's going to happen. I think that I'll talk to them today, but it's just, I don't know. It could have been done better. I think the way they announced it.
Look, I'm not trying to start anything here, but I just went through a situation where I'm signing contracts and stuff like that, employment. I wouldn't want anyone to announce that I'm joining their team before things are being addressed in the contract. I mean, that's just not how business is done, right? I mean, especially when you're trying to reach out and get a hold of someone to talk about what's in the contract, and then they just go and announce it. Let me ask you this. What if you would have announced it before they were ready to announce it? Lord have mercy on all our souls. From the depths of hell, they would come and swallow us up if you announced the fight before they told you to announce it, because I've been on the receiving end of that. Wow, we're not ready. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I agree with you. That's Bush League. I mean, they should, at the very least, they should get back to you and hear you out about what you want to talk about and then announce it. Why? Let me ask you a question. Why'd they have to announce it on Saturday, August 29th? Like, what was the rush? The tickets aren't going on sale.
Yeah. No, there's a big, the big card. I guess they wanted to just.
Yeah, I know, but the card is in 2.5 months or 2 months or something like that. Yeah. Can I give you my theory why they announce these fights like this?
Go for it.
Yeah. Is this going to get, like, I don't want to ruffle feathers,
Well, I know the reason.
What do you think?
But let's hear your theory.
Well, the reason is they know that you want to bring something up and they announce it. And then, what if things fall through? Oh, we announce it and then it looks bad on you if you withdraw. So let's get it out there. You kind of said yes, but I want to talk about some things. And what if they don't want to address the things that you want to talk about? I don't know what these things are. They're personal, but then, but it's already out there. I mean, let's be honest. They do this to a lot of people. You're not the only one. I'm sorry to say. Like, they get the news out there before things are being signed so that they could say, it's out. Everyone go gaga. Right to Al. It's going to be the best night in the history of fighting. And then you're like, but wait, I just want to talk about it. No, but it's out already. Everyone's so excited. It's going to be great.
I got a million calls and texts from people. Oh, we're coming. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? It puts me in a weird spot because I'm like, like I said, I'm sure it's going to get taken care of. And I hope it does.
Big issues or small issues?
No, I mean, it depends on who's looking at them. I think in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big issue. But yeah, you never know. And it's just weird that it's been this long. My manager is hounding them. I've been hounding them and I haven't gotten a call back. And it's for a guy like me I feel like over the last 2 years, I have spent I've spent so much time, energy, and money to get to this point where I'm able to fight again. And I'm like looking forward and feeling good to fight. And it was like, I had surgery. I didn't really tell anybody. I had 2 surgeries in like a week, a year ago. It was about a year ago.
Whoa.
And
on what?
Yeah. I got my nose, I had a deviated septum in my knee. My knee, I've always been having problems with. And the doctor said, there's some scar tissue in there. We should go in and take that scar tissue out. So I got a second opinion. He said to do some injections, physical therapy. I did the physical therapy and injections, and this all took it was like 6 months of physical therapy, injections, and it was still giving me pain. I ended up getting the surgery. Surgery took a really long time. It's just I've been through a lot with the knees, and it just took forever for me to start feeling good again. It was, and then the knee starts hurting, and then the knee felt good, but because so long I was compensating for the knee, then the hip, the back, everything starts to get out of whack. It's like you got to just figure it out to where everything kind of comes together and your body's working. It's one little thing just can throw you off so much. And I found that out over the last couple of years, but it was like excruciating. I was not in a good I was not doing good. I was like, it was not fun. And I was driving to HSS in the city twice a week. I mean, you leave at 10 o'clock. I think I left at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'd get back at like 4 or 5 o'clock with traffic. You do an hour and a half of physical therapy. It's a full day thing. You're not getting paid. I have to pay for parking. I have to pay for gas. Like this is expensive. You know what I mean? That's a lot of time that I should be making money or doing something that I'm just really spending money to try to get back. So I've spent so much time and energy. I went out to Vegas. I was out in Vegas for a month. And I worked with the team there at the PI. And it's been a long road. It's been long, it's been hard. And my last fight in Australia didn't really go my way. But it was it's expensive. And to go to Australia, I've had to fly a bunch of people out and everything. They paid for my hotel and Airbnb. I rented a big Airbnb and stuff. So it's stuff like that they did for me back then. Now this is at MSG. It's a little different. So we just have to clear up a few things on what I'm going to be getting for this fight. And I'm sure it's stuff that, it's for a guy that's been around as long as I have and done what I've done and been through what I've been through to get back to where I'm at right now. I would have rather have been announced a little differently. It kind of, to be honest, it kind of like hurt me a little bit. It was kind of like, I don't know, just, it didn't, it left a bad taste in my mouth. I wanted to be like, but you know what? It freaking kind of like motivated me too. I like, fuck everybody. You know what I mean? What the fuck is that shit? But
I love it. I see the raging. I see the raging outcome.
I promised my mom I wouldn't get crazy.
Okay, fair enough. Can I ask, at any point in that process, because you just laid it out how it was difficult mentally and physically, did you ever think like, man, enough of this crap? Like, it's been so many surgeries and therapy and physio and all this stuff. Like, I'm done with this. Did you ever feel like you were close to just saying I'm done?
Yeah, a lot. It was probably like 75% of the time.
Wow.
80-90% of the time over the last 2 years, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to fight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. And I don't know if I even want to, but, I think once you fight, I could do anything. I really do believe that if I put my energy the energy that I put into fighting, if I put that into anything in the world, like I started this real estate thing. I got my real estate license, did the agent thing. I did pretty freaking good, like right off the gate, just because I put all my energy, and I was still kind of like not able to put all my energy because I was fighting. And then I got more into investments and investing in properties, and I put a lot of energy, but I wasn't able to put all my energy into it because in the back of my head, there's always like, I feel like I made myself into a fighter, and that's like, there's nothing that compares to that. That's what I really feel like that's what I'm meant to do. Like I'm meant to just, there's no one as tough as me. There's no one that can like solve a problem within 15 minutes as good as I can. There's guys that are better than me. Like there's no reason Kevin Lee like guys like Kevin Lee, like I beat Kevin Lee. That was a problem that I solved pretty well over the course of 25 minutes. The guy was a sick wrestler. If you look at that guy, the guy's a tank. You know what I mean? But there's a weakness there, and in all the other fights, that especially the last two, the ones that I lost, there were definitely avenues where I could have won that fight that I messed up, and I know that I can make those corrections. And it's like I have some unfinished business, and this is what I was meant to do. So I'm not like a young kid anymore. I'm getting to the point where I'm a mature fighter. I'm a mature person. I feel like over the last 2 years, even though I haven't been fighting, I feel like I've gained so much knowledge just of the world and myself, and being around all my teammates. I think it's all coming together. Like it's all coming together right at the right time. So this is the perfect fight for me to come back. It's at MSG. It's
first time, right?
Card. My first time at
Brooklyn,
MSG.
but yeah, you had the Brooklyn one, of course. But this is, I mean, it's a dream come true for any New Yorker, right?
Yeah, it's unreal. It's unreal. The card is unreal. The people on this card, the fight, it's just MSG. Everyone's so excited. It's this is gonna be fun, and I've earned every bit of this. I've put so much work in. Like I'm just looking forward to really getting. I'm focused, but there's no focus like a fight camp focus.
Mm-hmm.
I get more done in life when I'm training for a fight. Like if someone's looking for a house, my days are down to the minute. Every minute, my off time, I'm looking at houses for people. Like if you look at how many houses I've sold. When I'm fighting, I sell the most houses because my time is so well managed, because I know every second has to be accounted for. When I don't have a fight coming up, I kind of get a little lackadaisical, and I'm always thinking about, if I'm not working out, I'm thinking about working out, and I wake up, I get my workout in, I have the downtime, I do everything that I need to do, I get my workout in, I sleep better. I'm exhausted when I go home. I get to sleep, I sleep well, I wake up, and it's just every single day you're focused on outworking the guy that you're going to fight. There's no one outworking me. It's not happening. So I'm really looking forward to the next, 8-9 weeks of that focus, and that I really feel like I'm going to get so far ahead of everybody in the next couple months.
I love it. And I love that you're back, and I love that you're healthy, and that you're getting a chance to fight in New York. You deserve that. Getting a chance to fight at the Mecca. I love to see you in Georgia as well. I saw you and Aljo and Merab. It looked like they treat you like kings over there. Did they roll out the red carpet for you guys?
Merab he's Elvis Presley, Justin Bieber.
Really?
All in. Yeah. I mean, we got off that plane, and from the time we got off that plane, anybody that saw him came up running up to him, and they were like, Merab, taking pictures. We took so many pictures with people. I mean, really, they know me and Aljo because of Merab. I mean, the UFC, but
right.
Really, Merab was. He's and that's how it should be. A guy like him, that's the kind of guy that should be a superstar. You know what I mean? Here, no one really, people don't really know him. They might know, Sugar Sean O'Malley or somebody like that walking down the street. The guy's got the colorful hair. He's he's telling everybody how much weed he smokes and this, like, oh, we get it. We smoke weed. Freaking Merab comes from the Republic of Georgia.
Yeah.
Came here with like nothing. He was renting a room in random people's houses. He was at a different gym. He was kind of bouncing around, ends up finding our gym, and he couldn't speak English very well. As you can tell a person by the way they train. You know what I mean? Like Longo says this all the time. Like there's no hiding who you are in in sparring or in a fight. Like who you are, you can tell about a person. So right off the bat, we could tell kind of who he was. He is a hardworking guy that he just keeps going and going. He's the machine. But outside the cage, he's the nicest guy. When you're with him and you're going to a fight, he'll carry your bags. And then if we're going to his fight, I'm trying to grab his bag and he's not letting me. I go, Merab, you know what I mean? That's just the kind of person he is. He wants everyone around him to feel comfortable and everything. And over the years, that was maybe 10 years ago. Now his English is really good. He can speak English very well. And just what a cool part, what a great, like, I don't even know what to say. Like everyone needs, if you're lucky enough to find a person and become friends with them the way we've, became friends with Merab, then I mean, you can't do any better than that. The guy is just, no one has a bad thing to say. We go to Georgia, and it kind of, the people in Georgia are like that. They welcome us. It was like, they rolled out the regular everything. Training, we trained hard. Merab loved teaching. He liked, teaching I think he motivated that whole country just by being there. The entire country. Wow. He motivated the entire country he taught seminars. We taught seminars every day, training with the people. He took it. By the end of it, me and Aljo were like, Jesus Christ, man, like another picture. And they always go, so that they know how to say one more picture. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they come up to you and they go, one more picture? Yeah. And I go, okay, one more. And then the next person goes, one more picture. Yeah. And then the next person goes, and it's like, because if it messes with your head, you're like, all right, one more and we're done. Yeah. And not that it's a bad, but after, I mean, we did so much. We were on like no sleep. We were freaking waking up early, traveling, teaching. We got so much done in those 6 days. We did like 6 seminars. We saw so much. We saw the whole country, and really, I think he went back there to, not like be like, oh, I'm Merab, I'm the superstar. He went back there to like motivate the younger guys coming up, and it's kind of the MMA scene there is it's starting to grow now with guys like him and Giga now. I think it's going to be a hotbed for real. They definitely have like all it's kind of the place where you would think that a lot of good fighters coming from, they just don't maybe have the gyms and the equipment and stuff like that. But now that they're really starting to focus on MMA and they got a few standout guys, and I think it's really going to be good. Yeah.
Al, you're the man. Thank you for coming on. This was good stuff. I feel the fire back. I feel the healthiness oozing out of you. Let me know if you need me to put in a call to Sean or Mick, Hunter, these guys. We're on a first ring basis. So if you need me to move some mountains for you, I'm always happy to do so.
Yeah.
Thank you for always coming on and being so gracious with your time. And I can't wait to see you fight at the Mecca, the world's most famous arena. It's about time you get to fight there. And it's a very exciting thing. So I'm very happy for you. Welcome back.
Ariel, thank you, brother.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Fun. It's been fun. I just spent a lot of money.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I got a jersey.
Yeah. No. This guy is crazy. He is. If you're a longtime fan of the show, you know that he always loves to slam his laptop when he's on. And I hope he didn't break it. I pray that he didn't break it.